Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. Now, some of you might have heard some great things about this game. That it's lit for many reasons. But I can tell you, this is going to be a really fun gameplay. It's going to be really cool. We do have two incentives going on. You might say to yourself, "Wait a second, I thought there's only one." Well, that one would be if you hit a total of $100 during this run. Wait a second, I thought there's only one. Well, that one would be if you hit a total of $100 during this run, we will support Wayne and Navarre in Warriors. That's a really cool incentive, especially because Wayne's VA, Taji Tang, will be joining us, so he gets to see the bromance happen. Or so I think it's a bromance. I've never actually seen the support myself. I'm going to hope it's a bromance. Anyway. Now, the second incentive is, it came to my attention that we're starting this game not from Chapter 0 or Chapter 1 or Chapter 2. Thank God we're not starting in Chapter 2. But rather we're starting at Chapter 3, which means that I don't know any of these people yet again. Because I never got to Chapter 3, because Chapter 2 is awful. So I'm happy to announce that the $5 incentive is back for this stream, which is if you donate $5 or more, I will read whatever character you want to send me. I'll make up and create their perfect backstory and everything. $5 or more. So with that in mind, those two incentives in mind, we're going to begin. You guys can introduce yourself.
Alright, I am your runner for this game. I am General Horace, known on Serenus Forest, and I'll be joined by my good friend and co-commentator, Raven.
Hello.
He just finished the Berwick stream if you missed it. It was a fantastic stream. You should go definitely check out the VOD. And he will be continuing on afterwards playing some FE Warriors. So stick around after my run here if you're interested in that. And like the introduction explained, I'll be starting in Chapter 3 just because I'm trying to showcase the game, and Chapter 1 and 2 aren't exactly ideal for that, in my opinion. And you get a lot more recognizable faces starting from Chapter 3. So, as people who have maybe played Heroes, there's a lot of I think every character in the first generation of the game that shows up in Heroes will be in Chapter 3 here, with the exception of Arvis. So there will be lots of good faces there. And with that, I'll begin. Unfortunately, I did some prep, so you're gonna miss the opening cutscene because FE4 has this feature. It's similar to the castle town of Berwick in some ways. There's a town that, hang on, there's a town. Has several different gameplay parts, I guess. It combines like everything in your base shop into one place. So there's a shop where you can buy new weapons every chapter. There's new weapons added every chapter. This one adds all the silver weapons and the Hellfire Tome. And did I lose you guys?
No.
Oh, you're still here? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. And the augury, which is... Oh god, that's going to be tough to explain right now. I'll get back to the augury. An arena, it's similar to the regular Fire Emblem arena, except it's totally free. You actually get money if you win. So I'm going to take Jomka into the arena right now and have him fight.
The arena in this game is completely different from all the other ones because all the enemies are fixed depending on whether or not you're ranged or melee. And yeah, like basically there's only two sets of enemies, one for range, one for melee. I think there's actually a mage set too. Don't quote me on that.
No mage set.
Okay. But basically, like, it's free, you get gold from it, and if you die, you are sent back to the castle with 1 HP instead of, like, dying. And you can change weapons mid-fight. You can inflict status effects during the fight, which leads to a lot of, like, different abuse. So, for instance, there's a sleep sword, which puts enemies to sleep. They can be asleep during the whole arena run. Like, stuff like that happens all the time, and the arena in this game is a trip.
Yeah, sadly, we don't have a sleep sword right now, but later in the game, especially in ranked runs, because in ranked runs you need to get as many levels as possible in every unit, and the arena is a prime place for that, especially for units like unmounted units that can't reach the fight as well in this game. They definitely need the arena EXP for as long as possible. So Patty in Generation 2, a common tactic is to have her with the Vantage skill and the Sleep Sword to put every enemy in the arena to a sleep, and then she can just whittle it down, doing 1 damage with an Iron Sword for the rest of the fight. It's really funny to watch.
Yeah, like you can't do 0 damage in this game ever, so you can pretty much like the minimum damage in this game is 1. So like pretty much what I do is that I try to get a hit with sleep that puts them to sleep, and I switch to another weapon that I don't mind breaking, and I just have that go the rest of the way. But that's just for like units that have really bad offense, which is basically in this game it's limited to thieves and half the cast of Gen 1.
Yeah, you'll see there Jamka actually attacked 3 times in a row. And he has some of the best offense. I'm not going to do any more arena fights, we've covered that. He has some of the best offense in the first generation. Not only does he have the killer bow that gives the critical skill, but he also has Adept, which is in the Teleus games as well. And what? It's in other games too, is it not?
Adept?
Yeah. Or is it just Teleus and Yggdrasil?
And Berwick.
Deirdre, I'm sorry.
Bless
Yeah,
Galaga. But he also has Adept, which, based on your speed, you can attack twice and then charge, which is really good on ranged units because it allows you to pretty much continue battles endlessly as long as you have high speed and HP. But anyway, let's get into the actual... Wait. And also in the base shop, or not base shop, but in the base you can promote units that have reached level 20. I've so actually, just a disclaimer right now, I'm familiar with the older names from the translation patch that was released before Project Naga, which I'm using today. So I am going to mess up several names, but I've got Lachesis here up to level 20, and when you hit level 20 in FE4 you can just promote. There's literally no downside to it. You don't need a promotion item or anything, and you just do it in the base. And Lachesis herself promotes to a Master Knight, which is a class, a mounted class I might add, that can use nearly any weapon in the game, nearly any magic in the game, only light and dark magic she can't use, and any staff in the game. It's one of the most ridiculous classes in all of Fire.
Deirdre, I'm sorry.
Well, you can use Sea Light, but like that's only 1 tome.
I think it's actually 0 tomes because the lowest light magic rank is B, and that's the lightning tome, so they can't even use light magic. I don't know why they have a light rank.
That's funny.
But as you can see, she gained a ton of stats. She's similar to an Est in the way that she starts very weak and is unable to do a whole lot, but once she promotes, she's quite frankly ridiculous.
Her growths are pretty bad too.
Yeah,
her strength is pretty good, but that's only because of her Holy Blood.
Yeah. Wait, how do you open the Holy Blood? Is it select or strength?
I think you hit select when you go down a page. Or maybe it's like Y or something.
I'm pushing every button here.
Or start.
Oh, B! Here's B. Okay, as you can see, this is the Yggdrasil Holy Blood chart. It has, 12? Yeah, 12 different Holy Bloods, and what Holy Blood does is that it adds, Lachesis here has minor Hazel Blood, and it'll add 1 weapon rank to her sword rank. Unfortunately, she already has A swords, but if you go to someone like Azel here, he has minor Vala Blood, and he has an extra rank in fire magic because that is the bonus that it gives to weapon ranks. Go ahead.
It also boosts your growths depending on like what Holy Blood you have. So Lachesis has minor Hazel Blood, which means that she gets plus 20% HP and plus 30% strength growth. So she has really high strength growth because of that blood. And like for instance, Forgive me because I don't know all of the localized names offhand, but Odo Blood gives a ton of skill. Balder Blood gives strength and defense, I believe. Like,
I think
so,
it gives luck as well.
Yeah, I don't know everything offhand, but that's probably right. But like part of the generation mechanics and the growth in this, part of the parent mechanics in this game is just mixing and matching Holy Bloods too. Just because it leads to ridiculous stuff like 175% HP growth.
Like for instance, if you were to pair Holland and Ira here, they both have. I keep pushing the wrong button. I'm not used to playing on a controller. They both have minor Odo Blood here. If you were to pair them together, you can get Major Odo Blood, which gives a star to their weapon ranks. Like if you check Quan here, he has a star to his lance weapon rank due to having Major Noble Blood. And we'll hopefully see his holy weapon later in this chapter here. Regardless, and FE4 introduced many things to the series, the weapon triangle. Not quite supports, but something very similar to them is talk conversations that you can do on the map in the overworld. Like this one from Holland and Ira.
Yeah, like, this game is relatively bare bones still, but like, and there are a lot of critiques about how well it holds up to today, but it did get us started with a bunch of stuff.
And you can, like, in this conversation, it's one of the best ones in Generation 1. Gives Ira the Brave Sword, which is probably one of the best swords in the game. The Light Brand's also very good. Best non-holy sword, it's probably the Brave Sword. It's better than some holy swords, in my opinion. And unlike most Brave Swords in Fire Emblem, this one lets you attack twice with literally no downsides, and it has better hit than every other sword in the game.
It has 3 weight.
Yeah, it's stupid. But
like, if you remember in other Fire Emblem games, there's either no weapon weight or weapon weight depends on your constitution or strength. This game, weight is just a straight decrease to your attack speed. And if it only has 3 weight, that means you only lose 3 speed when you use it. and it hits twice, so you can do 4 hits. And I think because Ira has Astra, it's kind of funny to put it on her. Because I think she could top out at like 20 hits, assuming they're still alive. By like the 3rd.
Yeah, if you look up some of the, I'm sure there's a video on YouTube of there's a boss in Generation 2 who you're clearly not supposed to beat, but Ira's daughter Lakshay can kill him in 1 round of combat just due to how ridiculous Astra with the hero sword is.
You do have some of the animations on, right?
Oh, that's a good point. I should turn them on.
Because the animations in Kaga Fire Emblems, pretty much starting from this game, but to a lesser extent FE3, are pretty epic. You'll see some crazy sword stuff. Sadly, there aren't that many criticals in this game because of the way the critical mechanic works, but like, you see the crazy stuff on criticals.
Especially not in the first generation, because in the first generation, your units just in general are weaker. Like, we only have Lewin here with the critical skill, and Noish, is he on the map somewhere? And Noish, yeah.
You guys mind if I read a quick donation or two?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Sure.
Awesome. So I want to give a quick shout out to one of our unofficial sponsors of the stream. I only say unofficial because I kind of forgot to make a picture and make them official. But a special sponsor of our stream, which is WRK, Work Rest Karma. Now, they donated $100, which is really, really cause, and as such, I want to give them a little shout out. WRK is a menswear clothing brand, dress shirts, jackets, you name it, they have it for menswear. They're available across the nation, Men's Warehouse, I believe, Marshalls, all these different places you can buy them. Really, really cool brand. I would definitely check them out. There's a link in the chat that I just posted, I guess a little bit early considering there's a small delay. Highly check them out. Just, look at their stuff. And I just want to say thank you to them again. That was really cool. We also have a $10 donation from MLG Sigurd, which says, I came here for LTC strats, not arena grinding. Kappa.
Sorry, I just wanted to show it off.
Chat's coming for you, bro.
Anyway, I just want to quickly mention before I go, which is we still have our donation incentives going up, which is to $100. Outside of that, well, now it's $90, but $90 will get us the Owain plus Navarre Ace support and Warriors, which would be really cool. The VA can maybe even voice some of the lines in that, which would be amazing. So I would highly get your money in for that. And we also have $5 for every $5 donation or more. We could, and you list a character, I can make up a beautiful backstory for them. Just out of this beautiful mind of mine, just create the perfect past, the perfect future, and everything you want to hear for a character. So I would definitely make sure you get your money in for that. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. And like somebody had pointed out in chat before, we saw Sylvia dance 4 units at the same time down here on the first turn. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, there's a lot of strategies where, like, they give Leaf or Lakes a rescue staff, and all they do is they rescue a dancer, just so they can, like, because dancers have really bad moves relative to literally everyone else. They compensate that by rescuing the dancer over and over again near 4 units. And, like, honestly, this game is really crazy with mounted units, and it's not just because, well, it's actually because of their high move, but it's amplified by those road tiles. Those road tiles decrease accuracy by 10%. Not accuracy, they decrease your evasion by 10%, but they add, like, I think 50% movement or something ridiculous like that. So, like, the distance between your infantry and mounted units in this game get pretty crazy, which is why, like, people call this Mount Emblem. And Horace's username on Discord is Horace. I'm not going to give the number. So, like, it's pretty fitting that Horace is playing this game because of the mount dominance.
Yeah, and you'll already see 2 turns in that my mounted units are way ahead of the pack compared to my unmounted units. And believe it or not, this is a small map in this game.
Oh, this is an FE Heroes crossover. I see Finn.
And Lewin, don't forget him.
Yeah.
And one thing I actually forgot to mention, you saw Lewin seemingly get a double attack there, but in FE4 you have to have a certain skill to even be.
Hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't even know if you can. We're working. Nope.
Chat.
Is it working?
I can hear you, but
Well, I mean, I don't know if they can hear me.
yeah, just talking. Okay.
Okay. Don't worry, guys. Stream's coming back. We're having some OBS issues. It's one of those things, just, you know, kind of happens, you know. So stay put. We're getting things ready. We're going to be back with some FE4 horse emblem, or as I like to call it, slog emblem, and it'll be a really fun time. That being said, if you guys want to do ! schedule in the chat, you can see our today's schedule. I know I've said this about 12 times, but I'm going to say it again because, you know, it's something that you guys should be really interested in. Next up, we have FE Warriors with Raven and CR, which I hope I say correctly. That will be joined with Kaji Tank, who does the voices of Owain, Odin, Narshin. Both have Nars, you know. Lloyd and Shira. So that's going to be really cool. There's an incentive going on as well for that. After that, we have a FE15 playthrough by Kyle McCarley, which is Alms VA. That's going to be super cool as well. I would highly recommend. You guys are going to be really excited for that one. And then we have a interview with I always do that. Chris Hackney, who does Bowie and Quant. It's going to be really, really cool. You guys are going to love it. So stay tuned as we work through these technical difficulties and such. And yeah, we'll get everything back started as soon as possible. Thank you.
Deirdre, I'm sorry. Deirdre, I'm sorry.
Alright, 5 on 0. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I don't know if you saw my message in chat, but we were experiencing some power outages. We want to just say that, yes, Horace lives in FE7's snow map. It's really bad. Sometimes you got that movement that's like one tile, and you're like, I just want to go. Not go down again. If it does go down again, we'll keep working on some stuff. So anyway, and it might be going down already.
All right.
Cheetah Arden.
Well, all right, guys.
I can't.
Really...
It's stuck. It's just stuck there. I might be raging. Are we live or not? But we're back. They're here, and it hopefully will not go down again. If it does go down again, we'll keep working on some stuff. So anyway, and it might be going down already.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, all right, guys.
He's up again. He's up.
Are we live or no? Who knows what's happening? Hey, professional stream, everyone. Bless Kaga. Bless Kaga. I don't know what's happening anymore. The things are out of my hand. It's all Kaga's hand now. We just listen to him. If we're running, I guess just start it. Let's hope this works.
Are we here?
Yeah, I think we're here. I think we're all ready. Just keep it going.
Okay, I'll do my best. Unfortunately, the desolate wasteland of Canada. Yeah, it's a good thing I'm not playing Chapter 4. That's a good point. It's that would have been a strange coincidence, but yeah, the weather here is not fantastic. Power conked out here for 5 minutes, but hopefully I can stick around and keep this going here.
Yeah,
so,
Horace.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, the internet in Canada is like run by a polar bear on a wheel.
Yeah, he's in my backyard right now.
He's just on like a little wheel, like a hamster, trying to spin the fastest he can.
He just can't keep it up in the wind.
Anyway, I'll let you guys be, and hopefully this run goes off without a hitch.
Okay, thank you.
So, we were talking about the pursuit skill before, and basically, in order to double in this game, you have to have higher speed than your opponent. So there's no like actual threshold you have to reach. You just have to have higher speed and higher attack speed. And you also have to have the pursuit skill. Levin actually doesn't naturally come with pursuit until he promotes, I believe. So he relies entirely on adept procs. And luckily, because his speed is ridiculously high, he has like 70% growth and like, I don't even know how much base, like 18, 19 base.
It's really high. Like, how much does he have? He has 20 speed right now, and we just got him last map.
And with Sage promo bonuses, I think that goes up to 23 or 27, I forget.
It's really high.
Yeah, and like he has 70% growth, and wind tomes are like 1 weight. So Levin will actually activate Elwind a lot. Will actually double like a lot, even though it's chance based.
Yeah, it's really strange that the fastest unit in the first generation of the game doesn't come with the pursuit skill.
Yeah, neither does like his child, unless it's on their class as is.
Yeah, well, fortunately, it's Sid, right? Sid's promoted already, so he already comes with it. But otherwise, it's a struggle.
So what's up with that armor knight right there?
This guy right here, he's promoted. The enemy cheats, and like you can see, he's level 15 and promoted. You can't promote early in Fire Emblem 4 on your playable characters, but
unless they're already promoted.
Yes, like Quan. Where's Quan? Quan here is. Oh no, that's Finn. Where's Quan? Wait, did I move Quan into the castle? Oh no, he's right here. Like Quan here is level 17 and promoted. If they come pre-promoted, they can't promote obviously again, but you can't early promote unpromoted units. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and then Sigurd actually comes promoted already as well. He's of the Lord Knight class. He's the first Lord to have a mount. He's not the first Lord to be able to promote because he already comes promoted. Which is a really roll safe way of saying that. But
yeah, no, Sigurd is one of he's easily a top 5 unit in the entire series.
Yeah, like if you list literally every unit out there, Sigurd is better than pretty much everyone but like Robin or something.
Yeah.
Or like Ryoma, I guess. Well, he's better than Ryoma.
Oh, he's better than Ryoma. But like, for those that have played Fire Emblem Lite, think of Seth if he could seize. That's basically what Sigurd is.
Yeah, it's
And
it's honestly ridiculous.
something that's really awesome is he can even kill the boss and seize on the same turn. Because another thing that was introduced in this game, as you've seen a lot, is like Quan here. He attacked an enemy, defeated him. He can now move again. It's the Kanto skill. First time in the series is introduced FE4.
And it's pretty much the same as Tellius Kanto, except that you can do even more after. Well, I don't know if you can talk after, but you can seize and you can enter towns.
Well, I can't remember if you can talk.
I don't either. But like, because in FE6, 7, and 8, like Kano's pretty limited. So it's pretty much like a more broken version of Tellius Kano, which is kind of saying something.
Yeah.
And also like, just these roads make it easier to just hit and move out of the way.
Yeah.
Just Kanto.
Yeah, no, it's like Tellius mounts on steroids, basically.
Yeah, and Arden. Poor Arden.
Yeah, he might be strong and tough, but he is most definitely slow.
Deirdre, I'm sorry.
We are experiencing technical difficulties again. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the wait screen a little bit. What's gonna happen is Raven's gonna take over, and Horace is gonna come in for Discord, but Raven's gonna be playing the game, just doing a quick switch up. So give us another minute or two. We're sorry for this. This keeps happening. You can blame the weather.
Yeah,
So just blame the weather. Don't blame Kaga. Kaga's good. Don't blame Kaga. But you can blame I don't know, blame someone. Just find someone in chat. Just blame someone in chat. Blame each other. I don't know.
Right.
So yeah, we'll be back in just a minute or two. And yeah, just listen to music and yeah. It'll be great. Don't blame me. I see that. I see that in chat. Don't blame me.
Should be. I pretty much got everything set up. So I'll let you know when I hit start streaming.
All right, hey, hello there, everyone. We're experiencing just a little bit more technical difficulties. We're trying to get Raven set up with some audio. So while we're doing on that, I thought it would be cool to read some donations. You guys have been great so far. We got $10 from Anonymous. I'm not going to say who I am, but I'm right next to the streamer. Well, considering that the streamer lives in Canada and the person who is right next to him is probably from Arizona, I don't think that really works. But you know what? Let's put geography aside. I'm never a good geography student. I always thought New York was next to Shanghai. So I'm just donating to let you know that Horace is fat and that FE4 is great. All right. Well, I guess he's fat now. I'm sorry. It was a donation. It's not what I think. I don't know how you look. The donation clearly thinks you look that way. MLG Sigurd back again with the $1. It's horse emblem, nubs. Get it right. Reinhardt struck down your power lines. That's what happens, guys. Reinhardt struck down the power lines. Or was it Forsetti? Or was it something even worse? I don't know. Don't know. We got $20 from Edward Wolpin. That's a relative of mine. And we got $25 from Horace. The power of Forsetti might have taken my power, but it can't stop me from donating. Thanks to all the organizers, runners, and other talents involved in this great. That's why I wanted you guys to give a great big fat wave to Horace. He was really cool. He really helped out. He might be joining us again to commentate on Raven's Run. There's really nothing you can do about the storms and weather and things like that. So make sure you guys give him all his love. He was really nice. He was really helpful and helped me out in this. That I think we're at $30-something away from the incentive to get the A support between Owain and Navarre. I don't know the exact math. I'm gonna go with $33.12. The 12 cents is just because of 12 cents. Why not? So get your donations in, guys. That's gonna be a really cool thing to see, and I think you guys will really like it. And so we're going to be back in just a couple seconds, so stay tuned.
Okay. All right.
Hey guys,
Alright.
we are back.
Hey guys, we are back, and I think hopefully this time everything is going to go to plan. I don't know what the word plan is in Japanese. I think it's a famous word. I want to say George Takai, but I don't think it's George Takai. So, whatever the case may be, we're back. It's going to be really cool. Raven's not playing the game. So let's just switch over to his gameplay screen.
Okay. So I played a little bit because it's been a minute since I played this game. There's an echo?
There might be a mini echo coming from one of our mics or things like that. Audio's getting a little bit funky. We're trying to fix it. So if you want to give us more time or we can go to the game, it's up to you guys, really. We think it would be probably better to just go with the game.
So, game up. Hello?
Hey, John, is the game up?
Yeah. Is it up?
Okay.
All right, guys. as you
All right, guys.
as you all aware,
As you all aware, we at we at Team Extra Life, we're professional streamers. We've done this now for years. This is our life quality, our life work. We are just the best. And so there's totally not, some technical issues going on or something, or audio issues. Those don't happen on this stream. It's all, it's all perfect. It's always perfect. So every single time. Now there's gameplay on the screen. I think we might be back. We might be working. Raven, are we working?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna hope we're working. Let's go with it. I guess just start playing and we'll see if this keeps working.
Okay. So, this file is completely foreign to me, but I'm going to play it by ear. I'm used to playing tag teams with the Horace. So, actually, I've never been on the same team. But, anyway, here's Sylvia's dancing. You recognize Sylvia from FE Heroes. Because she was pretty recently revealed along with Levin. Then you have Holland, who is, he has minor Odo blood. I'll talk more about him when I actually fight with him. You might recognize Ira. Unlike her hero self, her defense is actually not that great. But she is pretty powerful as an offensive unit. The only thing that really holds her back is her movement. Because as me and Horace were talking about before, there's like a lot of Fire Emblem games put a lot of like emphasis on movement. But this one is the craziest about it. Because like all the best units in this game have high movement, especially Sigurd. And
listen, I don't know what you're talking about. Clearly, Arden is the best unit in this game. All right, his stat spread is great. Everything about him is great. He's not slow.
Yeah,
don't call him slow.
Definitely not slow. And Horace,
he's definitely not slow.
I mean, he uses a slim sword. He probably has more attack speed than these axes, who have negative avoid.
Yeah, think about it. Listen, he uses a slim sword. He's probably a really slim man and just really, really big armor. He's clearly the fastest. Like, if you just take off the armor, that's what's holding him back. He could just run marathons.
I'm just gonna let you know right now, it's a little disorienting to play this right after Berwick Saga. the turn order is normal. Oh, so this is Ethlyn, who was just a Tempest Trial unit on Heroes. I'm gonna refer back to Heroes a lot for this because I know most of you guys haven't played Yggdrasil, but he starts as a Troubadour in this game, and Troubadours in this game can use swords and staffs. And she promotes the Paladin, and female Paladin uses sword staffs and lances. And she is Sigurd's sister, and she's actually a pretty good unit in this game. Let me check out these. They have 17 attack. Aranis has 9 resist. It's probably not worth taking there yet. I keep doing this thing where, sorry.
I was going to say, speaking of Ethlyn, we're going to be visited by her VA, Allegra Clark, on the 17th. So if you guys want to see the VA for Allegra Clark,
VA for Eflin?
coming in on that.
I didn't know Allegra Clark had a VA.
Ah, oh man.
Nah, I know what you meant.
Yeah, you guys understand. You all get it. You all. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a really cool time. I hope you guys can. We're gonna get Quan, which is our husband, later tonight. So anyway, Raven, you get back to the gameplay. Just want those quick shout out.
I don't know what I was saying. That's okay.
Something about mages, something about resistance.
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I saw that Locasis earlier, who was just like murdering things. I think it was Locasis.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but I always thought it was Lakesys, because that's. But I mean, whatever. I'm open to hearing whatever the pronunciation is.
Listen, as someone who see, I just butchered the word butcher. Like I don't think I'm the one that's saying how names are. So.
Horace didn't use Medea. I probably shouldn't throw my friend under the bus on stream.
Hey, he's not here. You know, I mean, everyone can.
Now I love Horace. I've known Horace for like 7 years at this point. We basically went through college together.
Oh,
but on the internet.
That's cool.
But on the internet, not like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
No.
It's always cool when you meet someone like over the internet and you're just like, if I wish you were like here in real life because we just hit it off so well, so you just become like a fast friend. Like, that's just really cool.
Yeah, but like he's a really, really good player. You're gonna see like relatively low quality gameplay from me in comparison to him. He beat Sacred Stones without grinding in like 60 turns a while back. Like, so
Ooh.
he's really, really good at this.
I mean, that's insane. Like, Sacred Stones and like that's. I always looked at LTC. I know this game. I think this game has a lot of LTC for it. I know a lot of Fire Emblems have that, but for me, I've always like looked at these games. And I'm like, how dumb strong can I make one unit? Like just one random unit that no one ever uses, like Arden. How strong can I make that unit and beat the game with them? Like LTC is just never something that crossed my mind.
Yeah, but with LTC, it's like, which unit should I make strong? Because you want to like invest all your resources in someone. And like in this game for LTC, you'd probably invest a lot in Sigurd and Seliph, just because they can run in seas. Also, I forgot these Bonites were here. So you guys are going to see a pretty interesting enemy phase. And what I was saying earlier is that it's disorienting to come back, because I always pause after every move, because I keep thinking that like it's not my turn yet. Why is Lex on the bench? He's level 17.
Listen, that's one of the reasons why Horace's internet went off.
No.
He benched Lex. That's clearly the reason.
So Lex is a mounted unit, and he has a Brave Axe, which is pretty much the only thing that saves him, because he doesn't have Pursuit, and axes are awful weapons in this game. Like, objectively awful. Axes have the short end of the stick pretty much until the next game. Beowulf, sorry, there's no auto end. But so that axe is 18 weight, so that gives him -2 AS. Which like sucks.
So what is AS in this game? Is it, I'm guessing it means attack speed, but is it just calculated like normal speed, or?
It's your displayed speed plus bonuses, and the bonuses are just like holy weapon and like ring bonuses. Like any of like the +5s, and then minus the weapon weight.
Ah, okay. Because I know this game has some like stats and stuff that are kind of not necessarily different, but they're all kind of like the older Fire Emblem games are much more different than the newer ones in terms of how their things are calculated and stuff.
Well, most of them are pretty different. I think there was only like a 5-year span or 5 game span where like it was pretty much the same everywhere. Which was like FE6 to FE10. So like outside of that, every Fire Emblem game's different. This is actually an awful idea, what I'm doing with Levin right now.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine.
But it's kind of calculated, because like he's only getting attacked by one thing. Never mind. Okay. Okay, he dodged it. Levin has ridiculously high speed. I think if he marries Aranis, then Zed ends up with like 105% speed growth. Oh, he's dead. Oh no.
Big rip.
Rip.
Big rip.
I am so sorry.
Listen, all right.
I'm gonna restart.
The only one I got of this guy here, the only one I ever got in FEH was a minus speed. So, in my opinion, he's dead to the world.
I drew 2 and one's plus HP. I'm gonna start from here, guys, and I'm gonna turn off animations for 1 turn. Now I know like the actual capability of all the units I have, so this should be a lot smoother. Oh my god! So generals have big shield in this game, which I completely forgot about until he activated it twice. Oh my god! Oh no! Maybe I should keep animations on. That's more fun.
This becomes a speed game. Let's see if we can beat this chapter.
Yeah.
If you know what, I got a great donation incentive. That inspired me for a donation incentive, which is if we can beat this chapter.
And by beat, I mean beat. Like this chapter's done, completely done. Everything's seized because I know these chapters they have one part and then another part and so on and so forth. Sometimes. Yeah. If we completely beat this chapter by the time that this phase is over, I will donate the rest of the money to get that incentive made. So whatever money is left to make that incentive happen, I will donate so that way we can see the A support of Owain and Navarre and Warriors. So that could be really cool. Now, granted, if you guys want to donate still for that incentive, please do. And if we make that incentive happen, then I'll still donate the $34 required. So don't worry about that if we make it. So please keep donating towards the cause. But that is the bet now, not the bounty. So we beat this chapter and you'll get $34 for the cause.
Awesome. Sweet. I've never seen it either, so this is for me too. I forgot that Ethlin doesn't have pursuit, which is honestly kind of annoying because I clearly haven't played this game in a minute, but
can you explain a little bit more about what pursuit does for people who might not know?
So we were explaining earlier, but basically in other games, the way it works is that if you're above a certain speed threshold, like speed differential threshold, like I think it's something like in some games it's like if you have 4 more attack speed than your enemy, then you double, and then in other games it's like if you have 5 more. In this game, if you have more attack speed than your opponent, you double no matter what. However, you can only double if you have the pursuit skill. So it's actually kind of but what's odd earlier is that we were explaining that Levin doesn't have pursuit, but he doubles a lot because he has adept. Which we need to fix that thing, but adept relies on your speed stat, and yeah, so because Levin has a lot of speed, he'll activate adept pretty often, but that's his only way of doubling. Until he promotes, which he gets the pursuit skill. Some people have pursuit innately, some people have it as part of their class. Like Yamka has it as a part of his class, so pursuit doesn't pass down. However, I don't know, I think Finn has it as a personal skill, so it does pass down if he marries someone. So, like, a lot of guides you'll see will actually base marriage options off of whether or not they can pass down pursuit, which is kind of a big deal, because a lot of the you can't really mess up Generation 2 children that badly in this game. I mean, you kind of can, but you really have to go out of your way and do crazy stuff like Levin Lakes's pairings, like, but no one would do that.
Just quick question. Is it possible to marry Arden out to many people to make the worst children possible?
Arden's children probably aren't that bad, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he has good strength and defense growth. The issue is that, like, you can make much more broken pairings than an Arden pairing.
So it's kind of a little bit like Awakening, where if you try to really make a broken pairing, you can make someone that's just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. But, like, I mean, the options aren't as bountiful as in Awakening. Just because... I mean, yeah, just because, like, there's no like skill inheritance. Well, there is skill inheritance, but it's not like awakening skills, you know. So, and there's not like as much class flexibility and stuff like that. So, like you're actually more limited in this game than Awakening in terms of mixing and matching characters.
Ah, gotcha.
But they're actually like you can't really go wrong with many of the children characters because they're basically like the growth of one person plus half the growth of another person plus any holy blood bonuses that don't count in that. So you end up with like crazy stuff like 105% speed growth, and like Celeb's growths are all like 30% and above. Which is insane. No one has res growth ever. Oh, and enemy weapons have infinite durability, so that dude will keep spamming Fortify until he dies. He is dedicated.
Dedicated support.
If I had that much dedication, my work as that guy does to fortifying, I would be in a much better spot right now. And you can see enemies don't gray out during enemy phase for whatever reason. I don't understand that. This game is very rough, but I love this game. I think the plot is just really good for the time. And I do love all the mechanics of this game. The only flaw I'd say, there's a lot of flaws, but the main flaw is this pacing. But I mean, it is what it is. Find something else to do. Find something else to do while it's happening.
So Raven, I've been getting messages from John and Tech and stuff, and he wants to take a look at your OBS to try to fix the echo that the chat has been talking about. Sure. So as soon as this enemy phase ends, or as soon as whatever you'd like to end, we're going to take a little bit longer. I know we keep stopping this. It's the cursed run of this stream, but we want to make sure that everything is perfectly good. And so We'll just take a little bit of time to fix your OBS and stuff, and that way we can come back and it'll be perfect.
Sure.
Sounds good? Awesome. And
part of the game. You don't just sit there and do nothing. No, that's ridiculous. No. That's silly talk. It's really inspiring, really cool. Hey guys, we're back. I think we finally fixed the audio issues. We have approximately 30 minutes left in this round, so the incentive still stands. If Raven here can beat the level, I will donate the remaining money necessary to get that incentive going. Make sure you guys donate for the incentive as well. Apparently there's still echo. Because why not? Why is it? There's always echo. Echo is infinite. This is by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but the real world and life in general is FE15. Like FE15 actually was based on a real life story, and it's kind of a metaphor for us as human beings, because there's always echoes and they never go away. That's besides the point. Don't worry about that.
You tried.
We tried. I think it's doing pretty good now. I think we're doing pretty good. So we're, as you can see, try to beat this chapter as quickly as possible. I see you're attacking with I have no idea how to say her name.
Let's say Lexus. I'm gonna say Lexus.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lexus too.
Yeah, dude, that's impossible. I'm gonna try my best to clear as much of this as possible. I want to keep the animations on just because I think a lot of people watching it like animations, but the animations are also pretty cool. They're pretty. I like, this is the one thing I liked about Tellius animations. I think Path of Radiance had bad animations, but like Radiant Dawn had pretty good animations. I like how they just go up and stay and attack. Like, it's just a shame that there's no critical skill yet. Finn has a lot of his stats maxed, so that's makes sense as a level. He has strength maxed right now. He doesn't have speed maxed, but his growths aren't that great.
You also got that you got that HP level up. That's clearly the most important stat in Fire Emblem. So, you know,
in this game,
HP is in this game it probably is actually.
Yeah, because you actually get like a lot of Gen 2 units have above 100% HP growth.
Huh. Excuse me, is that Finn level 23?
Yeah.
Oh wait, they don't go back. They don't reset when you promote, right?
Right. Yeah, not in this game. When you promote at level 20, it just stays level 20. The max level is 30. And the thing about Finn is that Finn is the only character that's in both generations. Oh, she got resistance. Nice. You'll never see that again in this playthrough. But yeah, so Finn's in actually both generations, and he can also have kids. So it's pretty worthwhile to invest in him, even though his growths and everything are mediocre, just because he's in the next generation. Juan does not have pursuit, and his speed sucks. He has adept. So Leaf gets pursuit when he promotes. He doesn't have pursuit at base. And Ethlin doesn't have pursuit either. He has adept.
Why did you make that decision?
Kaga.
Bless Kaga.
God bless Kaga.
Put Kaga in the chat.
Oh, so that's an interesting thing. There are kind of supports in this game. Right there is the lover bonus. What happens is that if you're next to your lover, so in this case Ethlin and Quan, they're an automatic pairing. That means that there's a chance that you get a critical from a support, and that's what happened there. Ethlin actually does have the critical skill, but you pretty much can also get that support critical. The other way to get crit in this game, aside from the critical skill, is that 50 kills on a weapon. Once you have 50 kills on a weapon, whenever you equip that weapon, there's a skill percent chance of a critical, and every kill above 50 adds 1% to the critical rate up until I think 100 kills. I'm not 100% sure on that. Someone in chat can correct me. But
there's actually a third way of also getting crit. I don't know if you knew this, but it's by donating money to Extra Life today. Your money can go to a good cause. And as I said, the incentive, $5 or more. I'm happy, which we have not gone in this game, but in the last game we had quite a few. I will do a backstory of whatever character you want me to. My backstory is a legendary. I think that's self-explanatory. I think you guys should really $5 goes to a good cause, and you get some amazing entertainment from an amateur. Now
you get to hear his pre-fanfics.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess you're putting everyone into like a cross formation and stuff for dancing, or
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dancers in this game are kind of like herons, right?
Yeah, they're pretty much like a transformed Raisin or Raphael.
Hmm.
So
That's
it's
interesting.
But they can also attack with swords. It's just their offense sucks, so you don't want to attack. Like, she only has C swords too, so what's she gonna do with that? You can use like basically an iron sword and a slim sword. And I think like, oh, it's pretty bad. They also don't promote.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. The dancers would promote, but because I guess they don't really promote either in any game. I don't think there is a promotion for dancers in any game.
No, well, unless. No, well, unless. I'm sure Mecca will talk about that. Racia. I'm sure Mecca will talk about that. Racia.
I was going to also say,
Mecca will
I
talk about that.
Racia.
Right.
I don't know if that really counts as the dancer class itself.
It's like. No. Yeah, that's all I could say. Because, I mean, their max level is 30 in. The max level is like 40 in Fates, but it's 30 in Radiant. Not Radiant Dawn. It's 30 in New Mystery. Which is like all the unpromotable. Like, all the unpromotable classes in New Mystery have a level 30 max. In this game, they have a level 30 max, but everyone does. And you can't change that.
I see.
This was a bad idea.
We just got a donation for $34 from MBGX16. Just in case Raven doesn't finish the chapter, let's see that support. We hit the support incentive. That's incredible. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
We are going to have that support. It's going to be really cool. I've been promised it's going to be really cool. I've never seen it myself, so.
I mean, it's Kaiju Tang.
That's true. It's Kaji Tang. He will be here, and we're pretty sure he'll be reading it. If not, he'll still be here listening to us read it. And man, if you want to see Kaji Tang just laugh his buns off from really amateur VA work, you've come to the right place. I still, if Raven can beat this chapter, I still will donate $34. That incentive is still there.
Oh, that won't happen.
So keep trying. Keep trying. Give the people hope. You know. We gotta pray to Kaga. Someone, exclamation point Kaga in chat.
Please, Kaga. This turns over though. Ira's alive, I think.
No, let's hope it is.
What? The AI in this game is so dumb. Why did he go after Holland? You had a body right there, ready to harvest.
So apparently I have to give a backstory. I kind of wanted so that way the person told me what the backstory is, but because, we got that $34 donation, Raven, you can choose which character you want me to give a backstory for.
Hey, chat. No, let's defer to chat. You guys are the one that want a good time, right?
Yeah. So spam a character that you want me to give a backstory for, any character. Maka S is not a character.
Arden. Let's go.
Arden. Arden was the first one.
And I know who said Arden too. I know that guy. Go ahead.
Arden is a really this figure of power. This figure of pure energy. Now, I don't know if you heard before, but I was talking that if Arden took off his armor, he could run marathons. But I never said why. And the reason is because when he takes off the armor, his true form is revealed to be the body of a cheetah. So then he just runs. He just zooms past the competition. His talons come out, or claws. I don't think cheetahs have talons. They just scratch and things like that. He was actually supposed to be a Lagoose, but they kind of pushed his development 10 years earlier because they realized they wanted his presence to be in this game. They wanted to sell copies of this game. So that is the reason why Arden has his armor on. Because he has to be slow, because if he wasn't slow, he would basically make this game millions of dollars. Which makes the question, wouldn't they want millions of dollars? But, this is Kaga Emblem, and we have no idea. I think that was a good backstory.
Yeah, it was. I didn't know Arden was a cheetah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Cheetah.
I don't know that armor was a Dragon Ball Z power limiter. That's pretty interesting.
Hey, listen, you know what? It's one of those things that like you go back in time, like history, and you're like, whoa, that's really cool. I now know that, and I can share with all my friends. Yeah, no one show that to Sodea Ipe. Don't show him that. I like him. I don't want him to lose respect in me.
Maybe he'll draw a cheetah. Maybe he'll listen in and he'll draw a Cheetah Arden.
Maybe, but I'm not gonna ask him to that. You know, the whole contract thing and everything. I'm not gonna push it.
Oh, true. True.
Then he'll look at me differently for the rest of my life. So you know.
So that was Lex. One thing that he didn't get to show off was that he has Vantage, and he has a Brave weapon, which means that he could have Vantage Brave them if his HP was low enough. But his HP wasn't, and I actually thank God for that, because if he had dodged less hits, then he'd be dead. Oh, whoops, I messed that up. So actually, I'm gonna save just a bunch of time and just not deal with this too much, because I'm very close to seizing a fort, or not a fort, a base. So and I know what happens ahead of time, and this is actually the main reason why Horace want to showcase this to you, because someone will be showing up very soon. Someone asked if there's weapon life limits usage in genealogy. There is, but you can repair all your weapons in the castle, even your holy weapons. So you don't really like run out like that. So there's actually two options here. I can do besiege and attack. If I do attack, then this guy actually equips his hero sword. He equips his bolt sword to counter me, and if I besiege him, then he attacks me from one range, which that wasn't the point I was trying to make. If he had like a silver blade here, then he'd probably like equip that at one range. So like enemies actually auto-equip weapons based on what range you attack them from. This guy was actually a poor example, but I'm sure there'll be another one if you play this game.
I just want to shout out the most scary boss in this game, Jacoben. I don't know who he is or anything about him, but I just know that he has a bolt sword and that he's probably a really scary dude.
He's probably gonna die.
Probably. He probably also has 3 other forms, just in different shadings, but that's besides the point.
Such a shame. So, the main reason why I attacked him with Sigurd, it was a bad idea, but he can seize right now, and because he seizes, every single person that's attached to that castle dies. So that's
mechanic.
Yes.
That's really weird. As you can see, there's plot in this game.
Deirdre, I'm sorry.
Plot. Actually, it might be known for its plot. I don't.
It is definitely known for its plot. I'm not going to spoil any of the plot. I think you guys should read the plot. It has issues, but that's because it's from 1994. It's very, very good for the time, and it's got very interesting world building. So yeah, I actually recommend this game's plot, despite like any of the flaws that people will talk about. Because I mean, every game has flaws. Video games have a different way of storytelling than other stories, so like you gotta kind of take it for what it is. And it's very good for 1994. So easy to look back at it and say, oh, it has all these issues. But I mean, maybe that's just the way that I look at things.
Oh no, I understand that. Like, I mean, sometimes you have to take games the way they were or the way they are.
Yeah.
Not every game holds up like forever and a half. Sometimes the games are really good for their time period. Just they can't really like.
Right.
You know, they're just not
Deirdre, I'm sorry.
Later on in the future, without a remake or without something.
Yeah.
So I understand that.
Gaiden.
Like, not every game's like FE4, which is like it's like a really good game you can still play. Like, it still works out really well. Or I guess the better example would be it's the one where you go back in time, back and forth. It's a famous one.
This dialogue.
The fact I don't remember what the name is probably a problem, but this logic.
This dialogue is great. He's like, "Gods, give me the strength to cope with this child," and he's talking about Tao to you. So the last recruitable characters are on this map.
Hey.
And that's Tailtiu, Claude, and Brigid. 2 of them are not heroes yet, but Claude is... I'll show you him in a minute when he shows up. This is a plot twist that is extremely important. So I'm going to skip it. Just because... Spoilers. Yeah, I mean, I think you can kind of figure out what happens here. He's trying to join Sigurd. Yeah, do something. What are you doing?
yeah.
Lex is right there.
Just standing there.
Lex is right there. Basically, she wanted to go out and see Sigurd for whatever reason. I don't really remember the reason.
I like it how Arden was standing right there.
Yeah.
Even as a cheetah, doesn't even try to go for that. You know, like you have your cheetah arms, your cheetah legs, your cheetah body. You could have cheated that guy. You just didn't.
It's because Horace didn't give him the power of pursuit.
Oh yeah.
So I'm trying to look for a conversation. Okay, it's not happening yet. So lovers can give gold in this game. You can't exchange items. You have to sell them. Then the other person has to buy them, and they can only buy it if they can equip it. So you can give gold between lovers in this game. You can also have thieves give people gold. Thieves steal gold. You can get gold from the arena. You can get gold from selling things, and use gold basically just to repair your weapons. Because there's no like vulneraries. Yeah, chat. We need an F for Deirdre.
Yeah, get an F for Deirdre. Get a fair wave for Arden. I don't know why. Just spam everything. Spam all the emotes. It's all good.
You also get gold from villages.
Villages have a weird mechanic in this game, right? Where it's
the
amount of turns it takes to get there or something.
Yeah. So actually, when these pirates get on the village square, they just attack the village until the village is completely gone. So like for every 1 attack they do to a village, you lose 500 gold, and if you break down the village, then like you don't get any gold from it, obviously because it's gone. So I got 5,000 gold because that village was completely intact. This is actually a different enemy faction. That's their castle's up here, but I can't access that castle yet. And if I actually take Aranis and try to put her here, she's actually blocked over here. So she can't basically go there. I could probably show it to you there. I'm sending people down because I know what happens next in this chapter. You might recognize a character that's about to show up.
Ooh, I can't wait to see the character that's about to show up.
But he is not recruitable, sadly.
Big rip.
And someone in chat mentioned that some villages do offer special events. Like you get the safeguard in chapter 4 if you have Sylvia visit a certain village. I'm sorry for skipping the plot, but like I'm just trying to get to the gameplay here because we're running short on time. But this is Eldegon, and he comes with Mistletoe, and he's coming right after your castle. And they hate Eldegon. I'm sorry I have to skip it because like this is pretty good plot, but it is the way it is.
Do you think the reason why Arden wears his armor is because it's plot armor?
No, because he's still... I can't... The spoilers.
No, it's clearly because he doesn't want to show his cheetah body to the world. That's
yeah, dude. He doesn't want to show the world he's a furry. No, I'm just kidding. Arden's cool.
Hey, listen. If Arden took off his armor, he'd be the fastest person alive. It's canon now. It's just that's what it is.
And yeah, this chapter could have gone a lot better because I forgot about this chapter. I'm relearning the game as I'm playing it right now, so it's actually an experience. And right now, I keep thinking that I've gotten used to the turn order.
Hey, it took a little while, but yeah.
Like I'm not pausing after every attack now.
Another interesting thing about this game is that like I really like all the animations and stuff for it. Like they actually feel really smooth and like really.
Absolutely.
Really cool.
Yeah.
One of the weird things about this game is the when you're about to go into a fight and you see the screen, like where it's like there's no 2x, there's no like it's not bigger, there's no like faces or anything. It's just kind of like a small little screen, you know, with all the stats and numbers.
Well, you're talking about the battle preview?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a little rough in my opinion. It's just like look at the way it's arranged. It's like 2 separate boxes, but like
yeah,
it doesn't bother me really.
Like, let's just say you were attacked with like Lex right there, and you're gonna attack that horse dude, which I don't think he can reach it. But like when you just see like the gray little box with like the 4 numbers in it, it feels it's really an odd thing, but that's how it was, you know?
Yeah. Like, I mean, now it's much more streamlined, and I actually like the UI preview for that in 3 Houses from that preview.
Right, yeah.
That UI preview is...
What's your feeling towards 3 Houses?
I'm gonna wait for it to come out. I don't...
You know what, that's a good
That's
a good point.
That's how I view video games in general. Like, I don't get hype for video games. I just wait for them to come out. Like, I don't get hype as in, like, I expect things. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I just wait for it to come out and see what I like about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm kind of...
Fallen Fury, I am so sorry. So someone's asking how I got so many units promoted by this point. This is not my file, so I can't answer that question. She got strength +3 from that village, which is one of the nice things from villages. And it's also nice for her to get strength +3 because she has 20% strength growth. It is possible to actually have this many promoted units by this point. Horace is really, like... I can't emphasize enough how good Horace is at Fire Emblem. Like, his experience, his ability to manage experience is actually top tier. So he has a Reddit account, he has a Serenus account, and, like, you can... I mean, there's a bunch of Fire Emblem Discords out there. You can ask people that, like, play this game at a high level, because, like, Horace is just really good at experience management, so that's how he did it. I personally have never ever gotten Alec promoted, ever. I played this game like 10 times, and I've tried my best once and I couldn't get it to work. So
I can tell you that from the one time I played this game, I spent about 3 hours promoting Arden, and man, did I make the best Arden I could. That Arden was phenomenal for about 3 seconds until I realized that it took me 12 years to get him across the map. But otherwise, you know, unfortunately, you can't take off his armor. You can't take off his armor. What do you do?
And when he promotes, he gets even bigger armor.
Yeah, it's like, great, that way cheetah powers are even slower. What?
He went from a cheetah to a thwomp.
That's actually a great definition. It's not even like a sideways thwomp. It's just the down up one, and it just like stays on the ground for 20 seconds.
All you have to do is give him the leg ring. Yep. So, let me show you Eldegon's stats. I'm not going to fight this. Oh, man. So, he doesn't have the critical skill. He has 5 leadership stars, which is good for him, but not for us. And Mistletoe gives him 20 skill and the critical skill. So, I am not going to try to fight this at all. I am getting the heck out of the way here. Like... Because the way to beat him is through love. Because...
Friendship and love.
Because...
The thing Fire Emblem teaches you.
Because Lakes has to talk to him, and then... anyone who's played this game knows what happens from there. Very sad. Very sad. This game is very tragic, actually. Which is another reason why... Because the characters are just likable enough, even though they're not, like, as explored in depth as they could have been. Which isn't necessarily their fault, but... Like, it is the way... It is the way it happens in that generation of games. Just because we don't know as much then. But, like... yeah. You have to talk to him with Lakes. And
Yeah.
and something sad
The
happens.
thing is, you have only a little bit of time left in your slot in order to do that.
Yep.
Like,
So
there's only a couple minutes, so I don't know if we'll be able to see everything or if you want to go that far into the plot.
no, I mean we can just talk to him with Lakesys and that's it, and then we can cut it
Okay.
off.
That sounds good.
So and I'll show the conversation. It is spoiler heavy, so just turn away if you want to play this game yourself. So yeah, let's move on. And yeah, so this is my favorite thing about the AI in this game, but they try their best to maintain their formation they started with. They will attack you if you're in range, but they will do everything in their power to retain their formation. And it's actually hilarious because it gets in the way of everything. Right now, they're trying their best, and it's not working out. Like, it clearly just didn't work out.
Well, it looks like something at least. I don't know.
Green's frozen?
On my end it looks fine, but I don't know.
It's frozen.
Looks fine on my end. If your screen's frozen for you guys, you might want to just try to refresh your browser. It's the little X button in the bottom right hand, or you can refresh the page. It should work then, because it's fine for us. This is just a little bit near the end, so we're gonna just do this one conversation. I don't know. Do you want to be Eldigan and I'll be Lachesis?
That's probably not a good idea because of the delay.
Oh yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. Unfortunate.
Otherwise, sure. Next time.
Yeah, next time. Next year.
So, like, part of the plot is that Eldigan, Quan, and Sigurd were pretty much the best friends in the academy. And now, like, Quan and Sigurd are on the same side because Quan and Sigurd are brother-in-laws now because Quan married... I mean, you all know Quan married Ethelyn. And Eldigan is unfortunately on the other side of this war. And now he's going to try to go and talk to Chagall into holding back his assault. And so this is pretty much what happens.
Get your F's ready in chat.
Yeah. So because Eldigan is naive, he gets murdered. And Lakesys gets an Earth Sword, which is basically the Rune Sword. But yeah, I think this is just about it. I'm sorry I'm sorry for all the technical difficulties. I'm sorry I couldn't finish the chapter. There's a lot more to this chapter as well. Sadly, we didn't get to it because Canada hates us.
That's the reason. Not that Force said he broke it. Not that Reinhardt came out of nowhere. No, it's because Canada hates him.
But yeah, I mean, thank you all for watching. Thank you guys for having me, and thank you guys for listening to me for like too long so far. But you'll be free for me soon.
Well, we got one more run with you. We got the FE Warriors run coming up with Kaji Tank. He's gonna be here very soon to do VA interview. It's gonna be pretty sick, pretty awesome. Right now, we're gonna go to our wait screen in just a second. We'll be right back with more stuff. And I will donate because we did hit our incentive, and while we didn't beat the chapter, yeah, I'll still be happy to do my part for the stream, and we will be back soon. So make sure you do !donate and !prizes, whatever. Basically, I'm sure you could probably find some random command that I've made over the years, and you'll find something I probably should delete but never did. So just keep trying random stuff, and yeah.
Okay. Are we off stream?